All right, welcome everyone. This is our last event of 2024. I'm a little sad, but I'm really excited because guess what? We get to reflect back and say, wow, look at everything I did do. And fired up for 2025 and really learn from what we did in 2024 to bring over with us to 2025 for all the greatness. So with that said, I know everyone here knows each other, but we always need to sharpen our skills. So let's do that 30-second pitch as perfect as possible, because I know we know it. And we are going to start with the greatness of Dr. LaWanna Parker.
Wow. Who can follow that? Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. LaWanna Parker, and I work with women who are interested in changing their lives. And we do this by journaling, creative writing, and personal development. In a few days with the new year, I'm looking forward to some exciting changes. I'm in the process right now. It's not completed, but I am starting a group where we will do not just the writing as I've done before, but incorporate the personal development, how manifestation and journaling can work hand in hand, and a number of other things. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I'll keep you posted as I get it finalized. And right now it's just on a drawing board, but it's pretty close to being finished.
That is awesome, Dr. LaWanna. And that just inspires us to want to do more, get things done. You know, we can sit around and think about it all we want, but until we get it done, until we get it going, it goes nowhere, right? It just sits. So
Exactly. And I don't know about anybody else, but I was finding it difficult trying to decide exactly what I wanted to do in this next year. And
yes.
believe it or not, I actually talked to ChatGPT and it helped.
It does help.
Yep.
Yes, ChatGPT has become very close. Marla, as you know, Gary V and I have become very close. That's my ChatGPT, and we have become very close in how to inspire me and how to relate to me of what I want to do and how I want to do it. And that's what I love about it. Let's go to Grace.
Hi, Grace Barkell from Whippy, Ontario, Canada. And I help you become healthier just by tweaking your everyday habit. Should you drink coffee, you can upgrade it to our King coffee or our Royal coffee. We also have sport capsules for health and mycelium for your brain.
Awesome.
And some of you have already tried the coffee and seen how that it is so beneficial to you. And it's available, and I can give you more information on it if I have your email.
Absolutely. And just so go ahead and put your information in the chat. And one thing that I need from all of you, because the newsletter is coming out, is that if you have any events coming up with dates and times, please put them in the chat. Also, if you have any freebies or reduced prices on anything, put those in the chat. And how do you want us to reach you? How do you want us to reach you? Make it easy. All right, let's go with Dar.
Good evening, everyone. As you all know, I'm from the wonderful land of maple syrup, where everybody just drowns everything, especially their pancakes and toast in it. And it is just delicious. Anyway, I have, in the new year, we'll be promoting a new type of, well, not a new type of card, but something that is going to be less embellished and maybe a half a size smaller or two. I'm not sure yet what it's going to be, but I'm going to work on something. And by the next Millionaire Marketplace, I hope I will have at least 2 or 3 of them available to sell. Yay.
Yes, I have missed your cards,
Uh,
Star. I have missed them. So
I miss making them.
yes, I'm sure you do. All right, so we are going to wait for Abby and Marla because they are going to be speaking with us here in just a second, and they can do their 30-second before they start speaking. I am LaDonna Maccabee. I am your host here today for the happy hour. And I love helping each and every one of you to inspire you to do whatever it is that you are wanting to do personally for yourself and or your business. I love connecting, networking, and collaboration and showing others how to do it in the right way with the right people for you and your business. So thank you, everyone. And with that said, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to turn the floor over to Abby, and she is going to kick us off with her speaking, and let's see what she has to say. Thank you, Abby.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate the offer to speak today. So thank you. My goal 37 is we provide essential services to be safe and secure for today and the future, which is for anyone in business or services or designed to help owners and sales reps reduce their stress. I already put my information in the chat. I look forward to filling you in on the rest of the details. I want to start off with, for some people, it's a reminder from recent emails I've sent. Others, it's a little history. I started off doing business and I grew and grew and grew. And things started to change in 2024. It was a lot of things happened, not for the good. But those things, the negatives get turned around. One of the negatives was Dar lost her central vision. That's it, central vision. And that meant a lot of changes and a lot of new habits for both of us. So business didn't do so good. I had to back off to be able to help her, to be able to help us. But now, with the experience of 2023 and before, and now going forward, I see a great potential for Dar and I to succeed in 2025 more than ever before. Yes, rah, rah, rah. I don't want to dwell on the negative, but negatives happen in life. And the idea is that we look for the positive outcome, the positive solutions, the positive stuff. And it doesn't even just go with, like making sure the salt and pepper in the same place. It's more than that. It's utilizing the tools we've learned to be more proactive. And like, for example, one of the things I learned over the years is meditation. How you meditate comfortably for you, what's in the meditation, and how long you meditate. Too much meditation is like too much of any one thing, too much any one food or any one um, topic is not enough. It can be detrimental. So you have to come up with a nice blend of everything in your life to make the positives work for you. And I see that happening in 2025 for Dar and I, seeing that all these things we've learned to protect ourselves, to, go forward with good intentions. And, one of the things that we talked about briefly, just the other day, could be even this morning, I think. But anyway, the point being is there's so many people out there that talk about scams, but they are not necessarily business people. They have a narrow view of income. We as business people have a wider view of income. We're not restricting ourselves to what's out there. And, yes, Grace, Star, I, and others, many others, have a religious background as well. And we put that positivity that we've learned from that, the Christian background. There's others have their own way of getting positivity to good use. And I look forward to many good things happening in the near future. And just as a one up on that, I think that we are going to be selling our house as a positive so that we can choose what we want to do to be successful. I say that on purpose because when you're on government assistance, you don't have as much control. And Dar has been on assistance because of her health, and we are getting her in the right direction to get off of it. So it's all good. Thank you.
Wow, that is awesome. And I love that you have almost an outline of what you want to achieve in this next year for yourself and your business. And so many times we forget that they go hand in hand. You have to take care of you and be in the right mindset to be able to do your business correctly and have the energy and the strength to do it all and have the balance that we need to do it. I would like to ask, does anyone have any questions for Abby? Any questions for Abby? Grace, it almost looks like you have something you want to say to Abby.
The look on her face.
Well, Abby, I like that you added that we have a religious background. Yes, we have faith in God and his plan for us, and we believe that it will all work out as long as we honor him. And, I wish you all the best with selling your house and property, and that you could move to somewhere where you feel that would help you grow your business better. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions for Abby or comments? And then Abby, do you have anything that you want to share about a deal that you have going on, a freebie, or a consultation right now for everyone?
Well, as always in the past, with even in this new beginning, that I sent out emails saying this new beginning, and I sent out an update after that. If anybody wants that, I'll be glad to send it along. In all this new beginning, I will be setting up an information pack that people can download a PDF. It's in process right now, but as I've always done, a 30-minute free consultation for any and all of the topics that I deal with.
Awesome. Awesome. And I will have to say, as most of you probably already know, that Abby is my tech gal, and she takes care of so much more than just cleaning my cookies. I mean, she just does so many things, and things that go wrong or stops working or whatever. And we just, together, we work on it and we figure it out, don't we, Abby?
We do.
Yes. Awesome. Anything else? And since we don't have any other questions, we're going to go ahead and send over the next 10-ish minutes over to Miss Marla.
Hey everyone, I'm the opposite. It's hard for me to fit everything into 10 minutes, so I will do my best. I will do my best. And as you know, because all of you have seen me at least once before, Grace, you and I maybe not as much as some others, but we have seen each other before. The way I work, the way I get people results is through experiences. I don't lecture. I don't give you 10 steps to implement, and then, maybe you will, but probably you won't. So what I do is give you experiences, and I love interaction because that is how you learn and transform. Overall, I'm a speaking coach. I also help you a lot with your business strategy, your speaking strategy, the psychology, and your presence and energy. So what I'd like to do, since this is the topic, is 24-25. Oh my gosh. And, Abby touched on this, but I'd like to hear, just let's say from one person for each of these. The first thing I like to do is celebrate, because as LaDonna was saying, there are things to celebrate. And when you celebrate even small wins, it gives your subconscious mind, if not your conscious, that you are successful, you're moving in the right direction, you're doing some good things. And so we want to celebrate. So I'd like to hear from one of you. What is something that you accomplished in 2024 that you're happy about? Dar.
I'm gonna answer your question from a different point of view, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Given the event, life-changing event that I have recently come into, I guess, I just want to say thank you for all of those experiences, because they just grow you to make you a better person. And I not only celebrate the good things, but I celebrate the bad things too, even though they, at the time, they weren't really focused enough for me to deal with too quickly. It took several months. I'm still waiting for calls from the people that help in the CNIB and everything. So, but at any rate, I'm celebrating things I've learned in the other, from another angle as well.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, Dar. We're so happy to have you here with us. And as both you and Abby is saying, you know, when things don't go so well, how do you deal with it? So Abby was saying, you know, we have to look at the specifics and how do we make it better? And that's probably part of what makes you a great tech person, Abby, is that you are a problem solver. And we all need to be problem solvers and find the silver linings and think about, well, what can we learn from this? At the same time, I kind of like to separate out that from what is a true celebration. What did you accomplish? So you can really acknowledge yourself for your accomplishments. And then step two, so now we can hear from someone else about what is it that happened this year that you weren't so happy with. It wasn't such a good thing. It didn't come out as you planned, or maybe it's something you found just wasn't a good technique for you, or you needed more skills for something. What is something that you felt didn't go so well? Because we want to acknowledge those things too. And I'm focusing a little bit more on business than personal, although obviously they're very intertwined.
Do you want to hear the bad first or the good first?
Well, what I want to hear, Grace, is something that did not go so well. So we can acknowledge, okay, this didn't go so well. So you know, this is what happened and this is what you want to change. So we've already talked about, you know, good things. Now we want to talk about, it's not necessarily good or bad. It's not a judgment. It's just what didn't work so well for you that you'd want to change.
Well, I tried to enroll a couple of people in Organo Gold, and they were actually trying to do it themselves, and they had a lot of difficulty with it. So they haven't enrolled yet, hopefully in January, but we have to deal with the the offices where they live, because they're in different countries, not Canada or the US. So the good thing is, though, I did get one person signed up, and he's in Africa. So that's good. I have an international business now.
That's wonderful. And yeah, it's, you know, we all want to be international. So it's, you know, and especially Canadians and US, we're so closely related that really, really is wonderful to meet so many of you. All right, great. So then next is, who can say what is one of your goals for 2025? What do you want in your business? And that could be, I want to speak on X amount of stages, or I want to get X amount of clients per month, or I want to make X amount of money in 2025. What would be a goal that you really want for your business in 2025? So who has a goal? LaDonna.
I know that one of my goals for 2025 is to grow our membership. That has really been weighing on me, teeter-tottering around. And that is one of my goals, is that I want to grow our membership so that we can reach even more women that needs our help, our advice, our suggestions.
Okay, fantastic. So wonderful goal. Do you have a number? You want to grow it to you know, 5 more people, well, total people, how many women do you want in the group?
By the end of 2025, I would like to have 100.
Okay, great. So that helps because when we know a specific goal and a measurable goal, we're more likely to create it. And certainly we know when we got it. Because if you just say grow and then you do grow, but it wasn't enough, it's harder to celebrate that and harder to count that as, you know, something that you really learned how to do. So we always want our goals to be measurable. It can be by a certain time. So you said the end of 2025, which is perfect, and a number. So 100. So we're all keeping LaDonna accountable for that. And we're all going to help her by telling our friends about this so we can grow this group. So fantastic. And I know the group is bigger than this. You know, holiday time is harder to get people to show up. So yeah, so we all know that. All right, so then let's think about the last piece of this, which is what gets in your way the most? What is your biggest challenge right now for each of you? What is your biggest challenge in reaching your goal for 2025? So you know, each of you has a different goal. Dr. LaWanna, can you say what would be an obstacle or a challenge you have in reaching your goal?
Promoting myself.
Promoting yourself. Yes. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I can't get past the fact that that's the word I'm looking for, making myself out to be more than I am. And you know, it's kind of hard. It's like I grew up in an era when if you're doing things right, other people will brag about you. You don't need to do it. And so it's hard to cross over that when I start doing self promotions.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that because, okay, who else has that belief? So a lot of people have that belief and grew up that way. Well, don't be too much, right? And don't brag and don't be conceited and all those things. But you know what? As you know, intellectually, that's what's going to help you to grow. And if you don't toot your own horn, probably no one else is going to toot it for you or not loud enough. So you got to toot your own horn. But it is a struggle for a lot of people because of that belief system. But that's one of the things I help people with is imposter syndrome and being able to promote yourself so that people are excited, so that you show your passion and people believe it and they want to work with you. That's a huge part of what I help people with. You almost can't get away without it. And until people see how excited you are about what you do and how confident you are. So the 2 C's, you have to be clear about exactly what you're offering, and you have to be confident because the more confident you are, the more your audience has the ability to be confident in you. And even as a speaker, you know, whether you're doing a post on social media, you're speaking on a stage, or you're speaking in an event like this, no matter where you're speaking, the more confident you are, the more you're going to attract people to you. Now, there's a difference between confidence and bragging, right? So it's not about bragging, but my sense is you're not even at the point of bragging. You're just at the point of how much can you really promote yourself and talk about yourself in such a positive, exciting way that people are going to really hear it. Yeah. So I think once you get over that, you're going to soar because you have tremendous experience. You have tremendous expertise. You're amazing. People love you. You've already had success, but that's a hurdle that when you get over it is going to really, really skyrocket your business. Yeah. So thanks for sharing that. So I know you're not the only one. But again, you know, so my background is in psychology and I do a lot with psychology. And I also I'm trained to teach the art of presence. And that also has a lot of psychology into it and a lot of exercises. So it's not like therapy or talking about these things. It's experiences that help you get through it quickly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we all have goals. We all have obstacles. And it's what do you do with those obstacles? How do you overcome them? How do you celebrate the successes? And how do you know what strategy to use in order to be successful? because you can have all the skills, but if you don't have the strategy, it's not going to help. And you can have all the strategy, but if you don't have the skills, it's not going to be as quick. So I'll finish up with this. So I just taught a free master class last week. And normally my master classes are all about how to be a better speaker. But what I realized was that what people need, even from that, is how to get more clients quickly. So I'm going to give you the tiny little nutshell version of what that masterclass was about in without explanation, but just so you'll know, because each of you, I think that's it. Okay, well, raise your hand. Is getting more clients a big part of what your goals are right now? Yeah, everybody. Yeah, everybody. So how do you get clients quickly? There's 3 things that are going to help tremendously. Number 1 is having an irresistible offer. So the title of your offer, the description of your offer, the tangible result, the clarity of your offer is what's going to make all the difference, because I have seen a lot of good speakers and they're not getting results because they speak well and they're even inspiring, but they don't have a good enough offer. And so not enough people are signing up. So number 1, you got to get an irresistible offer. Number 2, and I want everyone to commit to this right now, and that is number 2, the fastest way to get a client, besides having this irresistible offer, is to do a live on social media today or tomorrow. In the next 24 hours, I want you to each commit to doing a live video on social media. Pick your platform, or what I do is I use Restream. And Restream, I can, for free, I now have a paid version, but even for free, you can pick 3 platforms. You go live at the same exact time. And if you pay, it can be more. But what's great about lives, number 1, is that anyone that gets notifications for social media gets notified right away that you're going live. And people, they might, if they have to plan for something, they might go, I'm too busy. If they see it's right there in front of their face, we're such impulsive, immediate people that more people are going to click on it. And of course, it remains as a replay on social media. So if they didn't see it live, they're still going to see it. But it's better than just posting live when nobody gets notified and may never even have the option of seeing it. And in this Facebook Live, or in, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you can go live on any platform, YouTube. You want to speak for about 10 minutes. 11 minutes will help the algorithm, more than 10 minutes. And then you have your irresistible offer at the end. And if you do that consistently, you're going to get clients quickly, because they're going to see who you are, what you have to offer, your personality. You can't just post, I'm hiring another VA, and they're saying, well, I'm so good at doing graphics. It's like, I don't want graphics. Graphics don't sell. You sell. I sell. They want me. They want you. They don't want to see a graphic. They want a live video, or they want at least a picture of you doing something. So that's going to sell a lot more. So these live videos are going to be very helpful with the irresistible offer. And number 3, big secret, nobody's doing it. Very few people are doing it. And that is, you got to call people on the phone. You have to call people on the phone. And people will say, well, I don't know who to call. Well, I've already called them. Well, I need a better list. Just start calling people. Call old coworkers, call friends and say, hey, do you know of anybody that might be able to use my services? Call people that you haven't talked to for a long time. And of course, ideally call people that just heard you speak or saw you on social media, so that they're a warm lead at least. But if nothing else, just call anybody you can think of, because that personal connection is going to sell much better than emails. People are not opening their emails. They don't have time to read their emails. They're inundated with emails. And yes, you also want to have emails, but phone calls, much more effective. So each of you can go out and get 3 new clients in the next 30 days just by using those 3 techniques, if not a lot more than 3 clients. And again, you need the skills. You do need a strategy with it. because every social media platform is different, and you absolutely need the irresistible offer. You need to know how to grab attention, and you need to know how to keep attention, even in those 11 to 15 minutes. And so if it's okay with you, LaDonna, I have something I don't normally offer ever. I offer a call with me that's a hot or not speaker eval, where you can bring any part of your networking talk, your 1 minute marketing message. Some people call it a pitch. You can bring that, and I will help you work it so it's sizzling hot, including the offer. But what I would like to offer today is a 30% discount on a program I haven't offered for a couple of years. I offer a 6-month program, and that I offer ongoing, but I just started offering a 6-week boot camp just to get you really going on what I just mentioned: your storytelling skills, your ability to keep attention, how do you grab attention, and your killer offer. So if you want those skills, then I can put that in the chat, because I'm just temporarily offering it for 30%. It's inexpensive to begin with, but for what you're getting, I mean, it's an investment, but for what you're getting and how it can change your business, it's a heck of a deal. So I can put that in the chat. And then I also am putting the link if you want the hot or not speaker eval, or you just want to chat and see, is this going to work for you? I will put
Put
that
that
in.
in the chat. Does anyone have questions for Marla? Dr. LaWanna, do you have anything that you would like to say or ask for Marla?
I never think of questions until after the fact. Unfortunately, I've enjoyed your presentation and the questions that you asked. The fact that you threw out a different one each time to get us engaged, I think that was great. I suppose the thing I really need to work on is what I mentioned, is not feeling like I'm bragging when I promote myself,
And you know what, LaWanna, not only don't you want to not feel that way, and I can quickly help you with that, but how can you have your audience, your potential clients, feel like you're not bragging? So there is a difference between bragging and speaking from your heart authentically and confidently what you're offering and the result you can get people. So there is a fine line between bragging and really putting out there in an exciting, passionate way what you offer and how you can get people results. So that's not easy to walk that line. People do overdo it, and they do brag, and that it doesn't come off well, right? They don't attract people that way. So you
Okay.
not only have to feel it yourself, but you have to know how to craft your message so other people don't feel like you're bragging or just promoting yourself, right? People these days, they can smell it a mile away, and they do get turned off by it because we're inundated with people promoting themselves and even bragging. So there's a difference, but it's not really logical. You have to know the business well, which I do.
Okay.
That's awesome.
You
That's
have
awesome.
your information in the chat.
Yes.
Yes. So
And one
yeah.
thing that I want to point out that Marla didn't directly say, but in a way she did, and that's balancing. Balance what you're going to say, how you're going to say, with what you're wanting to get across to the other people that you're talking with. Balance. One thing, Marla, I have issues with, challenges with, is the balance between my family and my business. Because yes, family is first, but guess what? Business pays bills. So you have to have that balance. So remember, doing something every day is better than doing nothing. Just make sure you're doing something. When I heard Abby talking and Dar talking and Grace and Dr. LaWanna and Marla, all of you, it's balance.
Yeah.
Balance is key when you're working your business with all kinds of things. Mine is business and family. Yours may be 2 different things going on in your business, but it's still a balance. Wouldn't you say, Marla?
Yeah, or business and self-care. So there's, you know, so if you don't have a family, then it might be self-care. But if you have a partner, and this is, you know, a little controversial at times, people, you know, agree, disagree, but your partner should understand that when you're building a business, it takes a lot of time. And they should be someone to support you in that, knowing it's not forever. And if it is forever, you need a better coach because because you're not doing all that you could be doing efficiently and effectively with the right skills and strategy. If you're doing it correctly, then you know it should just be a couple of years, and then you should be doing well enough that you can spend even more time, and then after that, even more time vacationing and doing all kinds of great things with your family. But they should understand that it does, you know, entrepreneurs leave their 9 to 5 to work, you know, 100 hours a week. So, you know, you have to put a lot of time in your business or it's going to take you a long time.
That is-
Yes. And
And
yeah,
Abby,
there's
you have
balance
your-
between everything. There's balance between connection and entertaining. There's balance between bragging and promoting yourself. There's, you know, there's everything's on a spectrum.
Yes,
And, you know, I don't try to make everybody the same. I try and see what are your goals, what are your needs, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and how can we make it best for you?
absolutely. It's all about you. Abby, you have your hand up.
Yes. I was basically going to say it's all about you, but what I was going to add into that is strategy also is part of the balance. You know, my part of my strategy is calling between two separate times of the day. So I'm not spending all day long making phone calls, but I'm spending, you know, the idea is maybe 10 calls a day, two separate times of the day. That's part of my strategy. And it all comes to a balance.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So true. Yeah, you want to, you know, block out time for, you know, for your current clients, block out time for potential clients, block out time for the sales, block out time for the marketing. And yeah, and it's all a balance. Absolutely.
Yes, that calendar, you've got to use your calendars, lady. We've talked about this several times in this group about using your calendars efficiently. If it's not on my calendar, it does not exist. I don't care what it is. I just don't know how to do it without it now.
TikTok time. If it's not on my calendar, it's TikTok time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Definitely
All
need
right.
balance with that, or it can be hours and hours.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't even fathom that. So no. But I do want you ladies to make sure you have all your information in the chat. Make sure that we have everything that's coming up. Marla, how long are you going to have that 30% off? Is it just for the ladies that are here, or can I put that in the newsletter?
I mean, I just created it for people that attended my master class, and then this is a small group, so I'm extending it to you. If you put in the newsletter, it depends. When would it go out, and how long would it be out for?
It is going to go out on, because of the holidays, it's not going out until Thursday. And then the new one comes out every Tuesday after that.
Oh, so yeah, that would be fine. I'll extend it. Yeah, I'll extend it.
That may bring in, you know, some, and we could do it to my entire email list or just to the members. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, your email list would be great. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll also put that speakwithmarla.com in case somebody doesn't know me well and
Yes.
has any questions. And
Yes.
then I will just extend it. Yeah, I just don't want to go too far into January with it, but I can go a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost January. I can't believe it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Whew.
Okay, before we wrap up, please take a screenshot and go to your social media, put what you've learned, put your goals, whatever you want to talk about with our picture, so that people know what you've been doing the last hour. Let people know. Remember, we do have the affiliate program, so every time you bring someone in, you're making 20%. I send out the checks at the first of the month, not real checks, but however you want to be paid, PayPal, Cash App. Everybody has something different. But yes, I pay right around the first couple of days of every month. And one thing that I'm doing is promoting anything that you have free or reduced rate. And it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's an item that you want to sell. Maybe it's clients you want to pick up. Maybe it's a service you want to let people know about. It's all going into the member portal. Okay. Also, I am going to start doing interviews. So get on my calendar for an interview with me. And it's all about you and your business. And then we are going to put it out there on social media. You will get a copy of the full interview. Plus, you will get some cuts of you talking so people can really get to know who you are and what you do. There's no charge for that. That's something new that I put in with the membership.
That's very generous of you, LaDonna.
There is.
Thank you. Because that's what it's all about, is getting us known, finding those new clients. So with that said, have a beautiful New Year's Eve. Have a wonderful New Year's Day. I need speakers for the 7th and the 20th. If any of you are available, I think I was able to send all of you messages, but if not, you'll be getting it if not. So we were working on those today, but I still need speakers for this Monday, the 7th and the 20th. If anyone can volunteer for that, message me on Facebook and let me know.
Just pop me wherever you need me, whenever you need me, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Go
Bye-bye.
to your Facebook Lives.
Nice to see you
Bye.
all.
I'll look for
Guys,
those.
I'll be looking for those.
That's right. All right. Thank
Save
you.
the chat.